From the windy city skies to the bright game lights. Two bros talk ball, yeah, they live that life. Big wheel with the 5J dubs with the float. Breaking down plays, only real fans know. Pads pop, turf shakes, time to ride. Monkey stomps thunder through the field tonight. Run with a purpose, bring that pride. Chicago strong, let's ride, let's ride. Let's run, we run with a purpose. Heart of the game, yeah, you know we deserve this. Big wheel, J-Dub calling all fans. From Soldier Field to the contest stand.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am Big Will.
I am J-Dubs.
And this is the Bears Bro Podcast. On this episode, we're going to play a little game.
I like games.
You like games?
I love games.
Fair enough. All right, so we're going to run down who the Chicago Bears have beaten this year. Since everybody wants to discredit our 9-3 record and first place of the NFC. Not just the North, the NFC. Are you ready?
I am ready. I love games.
All right. So, week 1, we lost to Minnesota.
Fluke.
We got monkey stomped week 2 by the Detroit Lions.
Yep.
But then we faced the Dallas Cowboys. And here's our game today. What were the excuses they made for us monkey stomping the Dallas Cowboys?
CeeDee Lamb got hurt.
And supposedly Dallas had the most horrendous defense in the league.
Supposedly.
Okay.
Supposedly.
Now, mind you, this is the same Dallas Cowboys of the last 2 weeks, or no, correction, 2 of the last 3 weeks, beat both teams that were in last year's Super Bowl.
Yep.
Okay. Then we beat the Las Vegas Raiders. What was the excuse they made in that game? Correct me if I'm wrong, it was we were lucky.
Oh, that's right, because we were lucky.
The field goal at the end of the game.
I'm sorry, but you say a game show, and I'm starting to sweat.
I mean, you can phone a friend if you want. I mean, or am I the only Bears friend you got here? That's true. So
I would call you, and that would just be really weird.
And we had a bye week. You know, we chilled. We got healthy. Things happened. Then we played the Washington Commanders.
Who?
The Washington Commanders.
Oh, yeah, that's right, with Jaden Daniels, right?
No, that was the excuse that was made.
Yes!
Jaden Daniels did not play, so we won that game by another late field goal.
And also, Terry McLaurin was out.
Okay.
And Deron Payne.
Okay. So that was that excuse. Then we come up to the New Orleans Saints, which in all honesty, we should not have had as much trouble as we did, but we won again. Pulled away at the end. We beat them. What excuse did they make during that game?
Chris Olave was out?
It was the New Orleans Saints.
It was the New Orleans Saints.
One of the worst teams in the league.
I suck at
on pace for the number 1 overall pick.
Yep.
Then we beat the Cincinnati Bengals. What was excuse for that game? Oh, no, correction. We lost to the Ravens in a game that we shouldn't have backup quarterback, but sorry. I missed that for all those that are going to come at us like, oh, you forgot what? No. But then we went back on another win streak, which we are currently on a five-time win streak. I'd do the spinner Rooney, but you'd be calling for a minute. What was the excuse they made for us beating the Cincinnati Bengals?
Joe Burrow was out. And was T. Higgins out?
Dude.
I don't remember. I'm old.
Dude, it just hit me. What did I forget to do?
No, I was going to wait for that after your game show. I was really intense about the game show.
That's true.
Wait. How long we been recording? You just jinxed us.
No, I did not.
You know what? Do the spinner, Rooney.
Yeah, if you really want to call for me. I'm on standby. I got the electric blue today because with this 5-time win streak, feeling electric. Again, 5-time win streak. Took over the NFC North. Oh, no, we were already in the NFC North. We kept our lead in the NFC North, and then we took over the NFC, which I'm going to get into that for a second.
Okay. Are we still doing the game show? Because,
yeah.
Okay.
Sorry. I have to.
Because I want to win the prize.
My presence is a surprise. Then we beat the New York Giants.
Oh, I know all those excuses. This one I'm going to nail. They were without Scadaboo. They were out Malik Neighbors. Their defense sucked, and Jackson Dart got carted off, and Russell Wilson came in.
Yeah. Well, Russell Wilson. That's that. Here's the question. Sidebar. Who had the worst downfall, Russell Wilson or Aaron Rodgers?
Russell Wilson. Yeah, Russell. I think Russell.
I don't know. It's like people actually want him enough to make deals for him. Aaron Rodgers is, sadly enough, he's going to cause Mike Tomlin to get
bullshit
from
Mike. Mike Tomlin's a great coach.
Never had a losing record, and
18 years.
Yeah. And now everybody's saying, "Oh, he needs to go." Even Ben Roethlisberger, yeah, disrespectful, yeah.
Yep.
Then there was the Minnesota Vikings with whatever incarnation of J.J. McCarthy. Just saying, what was the excuse there?
Have anything.
J.J. McCarthy was coming back from his injuries. We won that game. Yeah.
Last second field goal.
Yep. Another comeback win.
But I'd also like to say, even though it's not part of the game show, you know, the New York Giants won the Super Bowl in the last second field goal. But go ahead.
That's true. Don't bring that up. My son's a Bills fan. It's like, I mean, he's only 19, so he didn't get to witness all of that heartache. But
Well, I guess you should have been humping around a lot sooner.
just saying. Mind you, I was only a teenager back then, but that's another show. All right, then we got the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Who?
The Pittsburgh Steelers. You know, the team that their head coach has never had a losing season, and Aaron Rodgers, with his poor little broken leg, decided not to play. So I'm gonna throw you a lob of what their excuse for that game was.
Oh, God, Aaron Rodgers wasn't there. Let's see, they didn't have a run game. Let's see, their passing attack sucked. Oh, they started a backup quarterback.
But mind you, in that game, we were not looking good at first because we had the strip sack in the end zone turned into a touchdown. They were winning, and then all of a sudden, Caleb decided to do what he's been doing.
Yep.
All right, and last but not least, the fifth game of the win streak.
I know who we beat.
Wait a minute, who did we beat?
I know.
Wait,
I know.
who?
I know. I already know this one.
All right, who did we beat?
We beat the
On Black Friday.
We beat the crappiest team, Tennessee Titans. That's the excuse.
Wrong. Strike one. Want to give it another try?
My bad. Sorry. I've been drinking today. My bad. I know who we beat.
Who did we beat? Who did we beat?
Play the Jets.
No, we did not beat up on our old quarterback. Oh, no, I forgot. He got benched. No Tyrod. But no, it was not. Strike two.
Would it have been, correct me if I'm wrong, which I know you're going to.
I was going to say, if you're wrong, I'm going to let you know.
Could it have been the defending Super Bowl champions?
Johnny Delabuddies won. Yes, we beat. And we didn't just get lucky. We didn't, have another comeback win. We dominated that game.
Run game.
Start to finish. We were the better team from start to finish. But yet, everybody wants to all of a sudden say, crickets.
What, is it because Jalen Hurts didn't have a good game?
No.
Is it because Barkley wasn't running like Barkley from year last?
Well, that is correct. Saquon who?
Yeah. Who?
Because here's the funny thing about that game. And you won the prize because you got it all right. But correct me if I'm wrong, and it is Saquon Barkley, so it makes sense. Who did Saquon Barkley replace on the Eagles offense?
Mr. DeAndre Swift?
Correct me if I'm wrong. Who does DeAndre Swift play for now?
Oh, our beloved Bears.
Yeah, Bears. Correct me if I'm wrong. The reason why I am wearing the Walter Payton jersey today
It makes you look sexy.
Well, of course. I'm starting to slim down. I'm working on it. Starting new things. But correct me if I'm wrong. They did say this is the first time in 40 years that we have had 2 running backs in the same game with 100+ yards.
Not since the likes of
40 years ago, that would have been this guy. And I will give. Maybe we'll kind of come up with something of who that other running back is.
I'll tell you what.
I'm going to be straight honest with you. I don't know.
But, I think that's going to be too easy. Because, if you have to research it, then okay. I lost my train of thought. The little dribble just.
Where you putting the gerbil?
Back up. Yes. So, I told you I was concerned about Philly. I thought it was going to be a 10-7 game, and we are never accurate with the scores.
Not one bit. The only thing I got right was it was going to be over 20 points again. Which, again, 9 out of what? 8 out of 10. Whatever.
This is not staged, ladies and gentlemen. We played.
Math is not my strong suit. All I know is we've had over 20 in all but 2 games.
We played 12 games, buddy.
You realize I didn't even realize that it was week 13 until the Monday night game? I'm talking to a buddy of mine. He was talking about what week it was. I'm like, wait a minute. Carry the 1, add the apostrophe 3. No.
Well, that's common core math, anyways. So listen, I was concerned about Philadelphia. Right? I was, and
as anybody should.
And I know that you had to work.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to work until 3.
Funny story about that.
I had to work until 3, and I just got to give a shout out to my wife Jen. She's texting me. On the way home, I just hook up the phone to the truck so I can get all the text messages. And she's like, I said, who's got the ball? She's like, no one yet. And I'm like, it's 3:05. I'm like, you're fucking with me. I'm like, oh, is it the pregame? She's like, yep. So I shit you not. 3 minutes later, she goes, we just did a tush push. I'm like, stop fucking around. A tush push.
Okay, I must have missed that part.
Yeah. So, because you were still at work.
Okay.
And so I said. I get home where I'm like, did we really do a tush push? She's like, yes! We did do a tush push. But anyways, so I get home and I'm like, man, I had to work. And you know me, I start drinking at 12:30 because that's my thing.
Okay.
No, it's my thing for the beer. Sorry, I'm not an alcoholic. I'm very much aware of it.
Hey, acceptance is the first sign of recovery.
Absolutely. And so I had texted the wife right before I got home. I'm like, is there a cold beer in my glass? She's like, yep. So, all right. I came in. I sat down. I'm like, all right. And I'm like, I just get this feeling. I'm like, I don't normally rush home to watch a Bears game. Will's not here. The wife and daughter's not here. And I'm like, man, Will's at work. Damn. I'm like.
Yeah, because I work for a major retailer and it was Black Friday, so put 2 and 2 together. But
there you go.
Which will lead it to my funny story.
And I drank the first beer, and I'm like, okay, this game's gonna be okay. I saw the Philadelphia come out, and I'm like, they don't have it.
Not one bit.
And because in last week's show, I said, I'm calling it 10-7. Or whatever I said.
You said it was going to be a low-scoring game, and it was going to be at like a last-minute heroics.
And just before I hand it over to you so you can tell your funny story, if you're familiar with our show, we're in fantasy. Fantasy football, sorry.
Yeah, you got to make sure you clarify.
But
luckily... I'm not in last place yet.
No, not yet. It looks like I'm going to get bounced out of the playoffs, but whatever. You had
playoffs.
You had Monangai, as you have, and you traded DeAndre Swift back to me.
I did.
And I was so happy to see DeAndre Swift go off, to see Monangai go off, and within that first half hour, because I was texting you, I know I said Caleb was way off. I get like that because I just want us to come out and make a statement and look good. And watching the whole entire game, I'm like, I don't give a shit. Even when Zach Bond was trying to get Caleb, no, I was even Jalen Carter. Fuck him. Even Cooper DeJean. I can go down the whole entire
Jalen Carter. How is the Darnell Wright draft pick instead of Jalen Carter working for us now? Everybody said, "Oh, we took the wrong guy."
Jalen Carter. Yeah.
Again, we took Darnell Wright over Jalen Carter. So-called Bears fans said we made the wrong pick. We took Colston Loveland over Tyler Warren. And so-called Bears fans said that we took the wrong pick. We took Caleb Williams instead of Jaden Daniels. So-called Bears fans, the human equivalent of peanut brittle.
Okay. I would just like to say about Jalen Carter, you know what?
Amazing talent.
But he played for Alabama. And do you know who was on that offense or that defensive fucking line with him?
Everybody.
There you go. I mean,
they're like NFL's, factory.
So again, I'm just saying, when you play like JJ McCarthy from Michigan, okay, just saying you got that talent.
If that's what you want to call it.
I mean,
I think he was more because he was Jim Harbaugh, or which I always get those two Harbaughs mixed up. But the Michigan Harbaugh's boy, and then he was about to get himself in trouble, and he jumped ship and went back to the NFL.
Before I hand it back to you, we can go all the way back to A.J. McCarron's when he was in Alabama, when he had that fucking undefeated season. You put me at quarterback at 50.
Mac Jones.
Who won the Heisman? But anyways, go ahead. Tell your funny story.
All right. So, yes, I work at a major retailer. Yes, it was Black Friday. But online sales has reduced in-store traffic. So, we weren't as busy as projected. And there was a bunch of my coworkers there. So I said to myself, hey, Will, I want to watch the game. So what did Will do? Will cashed in some protective PTO, and I left early and I watched the game. I have no harm, no foul.
And I remember because you sent me a text, hey, I just left to watch I left to go home to watch the game, and I'm like
my wife drove me to work that day because I was having problems with my truck, as I normally do. And so she was in the building with her mother doing some Black Friday shopping. And I'm like, I'm not going to have my wife drive home just to come back and get me. You're in the building. I've got the protective PTO. I want to watch the game. So I did. So I'm sitting there, I'm watching it, and I enjoyed every minute of it. And that rushing attack, was on point. We own them because of Swift and Monangai the majority of that game. And then the stars aligned. The most overrated offensive play in the history of the NFL, the tush push. What did we do?
Deshaun Wright.
Ripped it out. That is NFC Defensive Player of the Month.
Hell yeah.
Deshaun Wright. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Mind you, Kevin Byard got another interception. He's now leading the NFL in interceptions. We have 3 of the top 5.
Right? Is he at 5?
I believe that was 6.
You talk, I'll look. I'll be the second.
So, but yes, we own them the majority of that game. Yeah, they got the touchdown at the end, but we stepped up. Caleb needed to make a play. What did he do? That run for the first down. And he reached out unlike he did in the game against the Steelers where he needed a first down and he reached out, got it. And then that touchdown pass to Cole Kmet, the reliable Cole Kmet. We got to see the swing. And that was the part that I enjoyed the most. I have a buddy from my Pins and Wins podcast, Danny Dimes, who said to me in a text when we took over the North after beating the Steelers and him and I were going back and forth about, his Green Bay Packers and everything, about how we better beat the Eagles handedly because of how the Eagles played against them. So I'm like, well, there you go. Ask, we gave it to you.
Yep.
And then, correct me if I'm wrong, last week we did the, with our Thanksgiving special, what we were most thankful for.
Absolutely.
So I missed a couple of entries, and I'm going to give them now. I want to thank Ryan Poles. Ryan Poles drafted Monangai. He brought in Byard. He drafted Colston Loveland. He drafted Caleb Williams. Everybody always bashed him. Oh, we need to get rid of him after the train wreck of Matt Eberflus. But he's good at his job. There's a reason why he was part of Kansas City becoming a dynasty. But my biggest thank you, and my wife is going to love this, my biggest thank you goes out to the Carolina Panthers. Because if it was not for the trade for the Carolina Panthers, one, we would not have Caleb Williams. We would not have Roma Dunze. We would not have DJ Moore. Because of that trade, we got all of them. We also got Darnell Wright. We also got Tyreek Stevenson, even though we're not sure what's going on with him.
I think he's hurt.
But I'm talking about these pieces that we brought in because of that trade. And all they got was Bryce Young. The Bryce Young that led the Carolina Panthers to beating the Los Angeles Rams, which gave us first place in the NFC.
Absolutely. And I appreciate the shout outs you just did. And, sir, you were correct. I don't always like saying that on camera. We do have 3 of the top 5 interception leaders. Byard with 6. Nashawn Wright with 5. And even though he's on the IR, Tremaine Edmonds with 4.
And it baffles me. The most part about it is the last thing that I'm going to say about the game that we dominated against the Eagles. We are number 1 in the NFC. I've said it once, I'll say it again. But yet, there is nobody giving us the respect that we deserve. We lead the NFL in takeaways. But yet, we are the top odds maker for a team not to make the playoffs. Make that make sense.
I said that to you.
Yes.
Yes.
And I've seen it all over Facebook and everything. Can you explain to me how we are 9-3? We are on a 5-game win streak. We have the most takeaways in the NFL. 3 top 5 in interceptions. We've got a quarterback who has had 5 game-winning drives. We have the second-rated rushing offense, but yet we're not going to make the playoffs. Not win our division. They're saying we are not even going to make the playoffs. So you know how much of a downfall we would have for that to happen?
But you know what? I don't see that happening. Do you remember when even before we talked about doing this show?
Unless Caleb gets hurt.
Yeah, no, or another big piece falls.
That doesn't happen.
Or another big piece. I'm just going to say this. I think the reason why they don't want to give us credit is because we're not the face of the NFL like the Patrick Mahomes or the Philadelphia Eagles. They, from a marketing standpoint, if I was the NFL, I'd be like, wait a minute, this team is out of it came from nothing to where they are now. We should be putting them in the spotlight. And I'm just going to say it again one more time. If that was, oh my God, Gerbil, hurry up in there. Jesus Christ. Oh, Patrick Mahomes.
Which when he started ascending and to take Tom Brady's mantle, he got pushed to the moon. Taking over State Farm and all that nonsense.
But if this was the Chiefs playing the Eagles and they monkey stopped them like we did, it would have been, I guess, depending on who called the game, classic Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
But yet, Caleb Williams commanded his team, the defense, a bunch of nobodies except for a couple, right? Yes, we had some starters back. We don't have our starting linebackers.
Correct. We were still without our starting linebackers. We have our starting secondary. We have our front 4, but yet we did not have any of our linebackers.
But did we stop them?
Yes, we did.
We are winning, and we just beat the defending Super Bowl champion. And Jalen Hurts was the MVP, right? In the Super
Correct.
Bowl, we stopped the Philadelphia Eagles and a future Hall of Famer in Barkley. If he stays on his path, I think he's going to be a Hall of Famer.
Well, there's no reason he wouldn't.
We're doing it with a bunch of role players.
Correct.
They had their entire defense.
They had everything. They had all of their defense. They had all of their stars on offense. And we still dominated that game. That was, if we lost that game, it was because we gave it away. And here's the best part about it. Not only that, we had the better coach.
Absolutely.
Ben Johnson, they talked about, I forget where I read it, that one key thing is Ben Johnson, how he decided to kick and what direction he was kicking. Because he knew how the weather was going to be in the second quarter or second half. So it changed the way that Philly was able to do things, and we dominated that game.
We're not going to get the respect that we deserve because they don't. Oh yes, I hear a but.
But correct me if I'm wrong. The Philadelphia Eagles were supposed to be the primetime game, not this coming Sunday, but in 2 weeks when we play the Green Bay Packers for the second time. We got that game flexed, and we became the primetime game because the NFL realized, hey, see, Caleb Williams and the Bears play the Green Bay Packers in the most well-known rivalry in the NFL.
Yep.
And possibly in all of sports, next to Yankees, Red Sox, Lakers, Celtics, you've got the Bears and the Packers.
And husbands and wives.
Okay. And they moved the Eagles Commanders game to the 4:00 game and gave us the primetime spot.
That's got to hurt. That's got to be an ouchie.
And guaranteed it's because we've got something cooking.
We do.
We've got the next possible star in Caleb Williams. No matter how you feel about him, he's basically the NFC's version of Patrick Mahomes. You either like him or you hate on him because he's starting to make things happen. Then we've got the next flashy coach, the next Sean McVay. Everybody was on the Sean McVay train. Let's get the Rams on TV. And now that's what Ben Johnson is becoming. Mm-hmm. Everybody's asking for all these new vacancies coming up. You know, you want a Ben Johnson type coach. All the stars are aligning if everything keeps going good.
Can I just reiterate just one more thing? I said it. I said it so many times on our show. I mean, and I absolutely just love doing this show. Not just because we're Bears fans, but because we're very close friends, and you're like family to me. The one thing I just want to reiterate about our team is a couple weeks ago.
I think Baum likes you better.
What's that?
I think Baum likes you better. No, I'm just kidding.
A couple weeks ago, AJ Brown got a Super Bowl ring.
Mm-hmm.
Was mad because he wasn't getting catches. Now, I'm not throwing shade. Your boy, Rome Odunze,
mm-hmm.
he probably has only had 4 catches in the last 3 to 4 weeks, right?
Uh-huh.
Luther Burden hasn't been getting
starting to get acclimated.
DJ Moore is quote unquote back into that number one role. Kyle Monangai, up until last Friday, was running away with the number one position at running back.
Yes, and he gets the DeAndre Swift gets the touchdown. You see Monangai celebrating.
You see
Monangai gets the touchdown. You see I believe they showed a clip of it on camera of the reaction that DeAndre Swift had when Monangai got his touchdown.
Excited, and that's where I'm going with this. So we talk about the Ben Johnson effect, and he changed the culture. What I'm saying, though, is Philadelphia Eagles, Super Bowl champions. You got a ring, A.J. Brown, but you're bitching and complaining because you're not getting 10 catches and whatever. Our team is a bunch of people just showing up to do their job
jobs.
and not caring about DJ Moore getting 2 touchdowns because it was Rome Odunze for a while. You don't see DeAndre Swift saying, "Wait a minute, I'm getting beat by a 7th round pick." No, it's everybody coming together.
You don't see Cole Kmet, with Mead bugging on the sidelines or on the field because Colston Loveland is starting to look like the guy we drafted for.
Absolutely.
And I mean, that's what I love about this team.
Love the culture.
Not only the culture, just the vibe that
the brotherhood.
The fact that I don't know if I've ever felt this way about a Bears team going into a season since I became a Bears fan because of the Super Bowl shuffle, and then we monkey stomped the Patriots in the Super Bowl. Mind you, I was 9 years old, about to turn 10, when all of this happened, so I really wasn't understanding the love of football like I do now. So, we've had defenses, like I've said in many shows, that my favorite player of all time is Brian Urlacher because him and Briggs, that whole defense was awesome to watch. But we've never had an offense to match it. And now it seems like we have a complete team. We need yards on a kick. Devin Duvernay. You see him making plays. We need the defense to make a big play. Bayer gets an interception. All of a sudden, they're starting to move. And what did the Wright do? The tush-push turnover.
And I also have to give you some more credit, and I have to give you your props. And I don't really like doing it not once on a show, but I have to do it twice. Booker is coming on, sir.
Yes.
You had sent me, since Booker was in, Montez Sweat's production has stepped up. So I have to say,
he gave a reason not to make a drastic trade at the deadline to try to bring in a defensive end. Everybody called for, let's go get a big-time name and give up our future.
That was you and me.
No, I hoped, because if I had seen Max Crosby in a Bears uniform, he's one of 2 of my favorite non-Chicago Bears in the entire league besides George Kittle.
Okay.
And George Kittle, who happens to be a Bears fan, and he also is a wrestling fan, so it's like, yeah, he's just awesome to watch. But we were smart because that's why the Bears are going down the path of, we've got a general manager who was able to take the criticism. He said, you know what? Let me cook. And what happened? We're now cooking.
And with that, not since Lovie Smith have we had a coach that was so involved with his players. And I love the locker room speech. I love that. And it's
still confused about the shirt, the taking off of the shirt.
Yeah, I think there was something that had to do with, there was a hot dog vendor. I don't know. But my point is, if you watch the locker room speeches right after a win, it's never Caleb Williams, DeAndre Swift, all the stars here. It's everybody around them. You got Warren in the background, you got Ryan Poles in the background, and
don't forget about Kevin Warren.
Warren, yeah, and you just got people engaging, and I love Lovie Smith. Who does not love Lovie Smith? But it was never like this. Ben Johnson is, and I just think that people just love to play for Ben Johnson. And every time, and that's what I'm saying. So if we lose another game or 2, he's going to pick us back up. He's not going to let us drop like in years past where, oh, shit, we just lost, so now we're going to go on a 14-game losing streak.
Exactly. Like when we lost to the Ravens, we could have said, you know what, we're the same Bears, and just coasted. No, what happened? We went on another win streak. That is at 5.
And by the way, we won that Ravens game. That was a touchdown. By the way, go ahead.
Yeah. The shoulda, coulda, wouldas are at full force of technically, if you want to go by the way we played, we should only have one loss, and that was because we got thoroughly beat by the Detroit Lions. But the NFL evolves during the season, and we are making moves. And that's why we come to this week's game. This week's game, to me, Bears.
Okay, sorry. Because now it's a bragging part for me. I always, whether we're texting or we're watching a game, and I got to tell you guys, if you want to watch a game with somebody who's just going to make you laugh for absolutely just no reason, you got to watch a game with this guy because he sits over there, he takes his hat, he covers his face, and before you know it, he's just giggling over there. And no matter how pissed off I am, I look at him and I feel better. But anyways, I've always said running the ball will open up everything. And what I loved about the Eagles game was stay with what works.
And
instead of trying to do something.
What's the catchphrase?
Run with a purpose.
Absolutely.
I was just so happy to be like, watching our team be like, basically, this is what we're going to do. We're not hiding it, and you can't stop it. Where if it was Eberflus, okay, so it's 2nd and 8. Let's do a wide receiver screen or a pass. We stuck with what was working, and that's just what I love.
And that's another best part about it is not only is our head coach great at what he does, but he's also the play caller.
Yes.
Because, yes, we've got Declan Doyle, as our offensive coordinator, but he's not the one calling the plays. Ben Johnson is – you see him on the sidelines just looking like a mad scientist, just what am I going to
watching?
Exactly. And, you rarely see him crack a smile, but you see him just calculating everything. He's whether it's a good play, it's a bad play, you never see his
reaction
expression change.
Yep.
It's all guaranteed.
I mean, I'm just saying, just before, we get into our prediction, like we talked about last time, if at your job, right, like let's say your supervisor boss was such a jerk to you, you're not going to want to be around that person. But if you see your supervisor cheering you on, being with you, and doing everything that makes you happy and makes you believe in you, you're going to be like, hey, I'm going to go work harder for this person.
Run through a wall for him. I'm a Bears fan, and I'd run through the wall for the guy. And so it's so amazing to watch. And the fact that let everybody keep disrespecting us. Just keep bringing it on. So when we win again, and we win again, and we win again, keep coming up with the excuses.
Absolutely.
Because the fact of, you've pointed it out, it's our first winning season since 2018, which we took the North. Yes, unfortunately, we had the double doink, but we got a better kicker this time. And we're always moving the ball. It wasn't like the Eberflus where we only occasionally made it to the red zone and then it's like we're in the red zone again. We're in the red zone again. We're in the red zone again. And so,
all right. So this Sunday's game, you're going to be here. It's a 4:25.
Yes.
Got something special in the crock pot for you and the family.
And I will say this: there have been many Bears-Packers games over the years in the time that I've been a Bears fan, but I cannot remember being as excited about watching a Bears-Packers game. I've got multiple friends that are Packers fans. It was like the back and forth. It's just been so much fun of the fact that I think we're going to win. But if we don't, we're still there. Because I asked this question, and hopefully maybe you can find out too.
I'm smiling because I was thinking exactly what you just said.
Because if we lose, are we still in first place? Because we're a game and a half above them because of their tie. So obviously, if they win, does that put them in the lead? Or does it put us a half a game? If any of you out there can answer that question for me, I have not gotten an official answer. I've got a couple of people that are Packers fans saying they're going to take over, but it's not confirmed.
Yeah.
Because I don't understand how
that whole percentage, and I don't understand that shit either.
So, but the fact of the matter is, we could continue ascending and go for a 6-time 6-game win streak, or we take a hiccup and then rebound.
But it happens. But I just like to say, like, I say this quite often. We don't script this show a lot. But I was thinking the same thing with you. If we lose, we're going to be okay. We're going to be okay.
Because we're still in the playoff picture, win or lose. The only difference is whether or not we extend it. We keep the bragging rights. The Caleb wins again in Lambeau since this game is in Green Bay.
Yeah.
And like I said, I got a buddy, Rob. Yes, I'm giving you a shout out, Rob. You keep talking about sending me all these videos and tweets and stuff about the Packers and so on and so forth. I really want to know what you're going to have to say on Monday when you have to admit you got the better team.
Okay. So go ahead with your prediction because you and your friend have so you go first.
Of course, I think we're winning. I think that we're going to keep the momentum going. And we are going to win 24-17.
MVP of the game?
The running game.
Okay.
And because I think we're going to have, again, with the two-headed monster, because that's another reason why we did so well in the Philly game, is because we controlled the clock for 40 minutes of a 60-minute game.
Absolutely.
And I think they're realizing that's what we need to do. The weather's getting colder.
Yep.
We need to run the ball, and that's what's going to happen. Swift with those beautiful cuts that he keeps doing. And they're going to be in trouble.
Monangai just doesn't give a fuck. He's just going to run over you.
There are a couple of plays where hold on him, and he's still moving. Yeah.
That's Rutgers for you.
Yeah.
So,
I think Byron gets another interception.
Woo! Okay, so let's talk about the Micah Parsons, okay? I think he's going to get a sack. I mean, but I also think we're going to figure out how to stop him like we did T.J. Watt.
Yes.
Okay? I mean, I said it before. I said it on the show. T.J. Watt is the Michael Jordan. He has the Michael Jordan effect. You walk into a building, it's only a matter of time. I don't think we're going to be able to contain Micah Parsons. It is what it is. However, my prediction, I don't believe I've done this. We're going to put up a 30 burger. Your word.
With some cheese on it?
Oh
yeah, the 30 burger with the cheese.
We're going to win 30-24.
Okay.
I do believe that Caleb Williams will throw for 250, 2 tutties. It's going to come down to us controlling the clock and running with a purpose. And
especially in the second half.
I think they're going to forget about Cole Kmet, and he's just going to be open, and it's going to seal it for us. I don't think both of our running backs go for 100 each. I think that they dominate, and I think obviously Jordan Love is a great quarterback. He's got all of his receivers there. He's got Watson. He's got Dontavian Wicks. I saw you pick him up. Don't deny. I saw you pick him up.
I did.
Hey, it's fancy. There's money. You got to. But I think 30.
And I dumped Aaron Rodgers.
Oh God, yeah.
I picked up Trevor Lawrence because he was the top.
That was my next backup in case whatever. That's another show. But I think 30-24. I think Caleb goes for 250 and 2 tutties, and I think either Swift or Monangai gets a couple tutties.
I also see him making another big play with his legs when we need a first down because he's running the ball more. You notice that?
Yeah.
Because he knows there's a couple of times. There was one where it looked like a design run.
Almost,
yeah. And I like it. And our tight ends. I just like what our offense is doing. We're clicking and we're clicking at the right time. We're getting back stars at the right time. You would not have known that Jalen Johnson, I almost forgot his first name for a second, had missed time. And he wasn't as acclimated to the defense as the way he's been before. And Kyler Gordon, I mean, you didn't hear their names much because Wright's been making plays. And Byron, I just love to do that.
And Sauce Gardner-Johnson. That's my...
Excuse me, Sauce Gardner Minshew.
Minshew, that's right. That's my
Gosh, get it right.
So because I get so far ahead of myself, I also think Caleb Williams is going to run a ball in. I think so. Not just because you have him on fantasy. I just think that's what's going to happen.
Second to last place, it doesn't matter.
And it does. Because I was sitting here as you were talking, wait till you rewatch the film. I'm sitting here doing one of these. I'm like, oh, yeah, fuck, I forgot 7 points. So I think he's also going to run one in.
Okay, we're good. And so, as always, we just love the feedback that we're getting from everybody. You know, I find it funny, people talking trash that, you know, who have we beaten? Well, we finally have an answer. We beat the reigning Super Bowl champions. And we did it. Yeah. I mean, yeah, we gave up the late touchdown, but
it happens.
You were still dominating enough to it didn't matter. And they tried the onside kick. There's Roma Dunze catching it.
Yep.
And if we do it again, I would love to see us run the exact same playbook that we did against Green Bay and shut all of them up of the fact that, you're number one until you lose to us and then go back to the 7th seed.
Can I just say something to that? And I don't normally do this on a show. Duh. I mean, if we lose, of course we're going to. I mean, duh. I mean, Captain friggin' obvious. But if we win, we stay in first and the Packers fall.
I mean, Green Bay won Thanksgiving, and then everybody saying, "Oh, you're going to be in first place until tomorrow." And then what did we do? We kept it. And it was like. You were coming into our yard and we used our ring doorbell and said, get to stepping. This is our division now.
You're just trying anything for fucking sponsorship. Now it's for
I keep seeing the commercial all the time, so it's
I love it. I appreciate it, bro. I love it.
But it's just I'm having so much fun.
Hell yeah.
And I can't
like
wait.
we said, even if we lose, we're going to be okay.
Well, I've never said that before. Like last year, we win a game and then we lose, and it was like just kept falling and falling. But the difference is we have a head coach that is going to figure it out and make the changes and call out who he needs to call out. After the Ravens game, after being on a 4-game win streak, what happens? We lose to the Ravens. He called people out. 5-game win streak.
Absolutely. So
you think we lose to a team that everybody already in their mind is thinking has a shot to beat us. And what do? If we win this game, if we lose, we start over again with Cleveland and keep it going.
It'll be okay. Okay.
I don't see an epic collapse of us at least not making the playoffs. And if we go in the playoffs, I don't think you want to step to us with the way we've been playing. And I'm enjoying it.
Absolutely.
And so for everybody that's watching, leave the comments, smash the like button, share it, tell your friends about us, because we're coming.
Tell your Grammy about it too. Tell your Grammy.
Yep. Tell your Grammy, your auntie, your cousins, your
and tell your
third cousin once removed.
And for all of you, tell your mistress on the side too. Okay. Man.
So, to everybody, my boy J Dubs, I am Big Will, and we are
the Bears
Bro Podcast.
Thank you for watching. Peace.